Hi guys, welcome to yet another tutorial. So in this video, I am going to show you how to build an Excel program for the determination of modified Proctor test. I am going to cover how to get the maximum dry unit weight of compaction and optimum moisture content. Also, plotting of zero air void curve and check whether it intersects the compaction curve. On this example, these are the given data: the moisture content, the mass of specimen in the mold, the volume of cylindrical mold, and the specific gravity. So for step 1, get the values for moist unit weight and dry unit weight. So here, I just copied this given here, and I made two other tables for the moist unit weight and the dry unit weight. So here are the given formulas. For moist unit weight, that's mass of moist specimen over volume of mold times 9.81. So for example, here, this is what I used. Just divide the mass of moist specimen, which is 1776, over the volume of mold, which is 944 cubic meter, and then multiply that by 9.81. So that gives us 18.46. So you just have to follow this formula for the rest of the table. Now for the dry unit weight, the formula is moist unit weight over 1 plus the moisture content. So here, just divided the moist unit weight, which is 18.46, over 1 plus the given moisture content, which is 5%, and divide that into 100. Now entering this formula, that gives us 17.58. And again, you just have to follow this formula for the rest of the table. Now for step 2, get the values for void ratio and degree of saturation at optimum moisture content. So here I just copied this table here and then added two new tables for the void ratio and the degree of saturation. Now for the void ratio, the formula is specific gravity times 9.81 over the dry unit density minus 1. So here I just multiplied the given specific gravity, which is 2.68 times 9.81 over the dry unit weight, which is 17.58, then minus 1. So entering this formula, this gives us 0.496. Just follow this formula for the rest of the table. Now for the degree of saturation, the formula is moisture content times the specific gravity over void ratio. So here, just multiplied the given moisture content, which is 5. Don't forget to divide that by 100. Then times the specific gravity, which is 2.68, over the void ratio, which is 0.496. So entering this formula, that gives us 0.270. Again, just follow this formula for the rest of the table. Now for the step 3, plot the dry unit weight versus moisture content graph. So here is what I initially made. So let's make another one just like this. First step is click insert, then XY scatter, then choose XY scatter with smooth lines and curves. Okay, so right click on this blank page and then click select data and then add. Now for the X values, you're going to use the moisture content. Just highlight that. Then for the Y values, you're going to use the dry unit weight. And click OK. So this is what it looks like. So the first thing that we're going to do after making this curve is to click on the X values, then right click, Then format axis. So let's set the maximum bounds to 20. And for the major and minor, let's just leave that 2 is to 0.4. Now for the y-axis or y values, let's set the minimum bounds to 17. Change the maximum bounds to 20. So to add data labels, just right click, then add data labels. So now in order to make an indicator to where the optimum moisture content and the maximum dry unit weight is, we just have to make a table like this, like a coordinate for the YD max and the OMC. So here, let's right click again on the graph, then select data, then add, and for the X values, have to use the moisture content. So here 0 to 10, and for the Y values, there you go. Now this is what it looks like. So basically the highest point of this curve is where the optimum moisture content is. So that is at 19.056. Now for the optimum moisture content, let's right click again, then select data, add, then for the X values, we're going to use this. For the Y values, this one. Click OK, then here we go. So you can change the color, just right click, then format data series. And you can add arrow depending on your preference. So there you go, that's how you plot a dry unit weight versus moisture content. Now for step 4, get the values for the zero air void unit weight for zero air void plotting. So here I just copied the given specific gravity, which is 2.68, and here I set the moisture content to 13 to 20. And here another table for the zero air void unit weight. For the formula of getting this, that's just specific gravity times unit weight of water over 1 plus moisture content times specific gravity. So here, I just multiplied the specific gravity by the unit weight of water, which is 9.81, and divided that into 1 plus the moisture content, divided that into 100 times the given specific gravity. So entering this formula, I got the answer of 19.50. So just follow this formula for the rest of the table. Now for the step 5, and that is plot the zero air curve. So as you notice, this is what we made earlier. The dry unit weight versus moisture content curve. Now let's plot the zero air curve and check whether it intersects our curve here. Now let's make another one just like this. So first let's highlight these values. These are the values for the zero air void unit weight and the moisture content from 13 to 20. So highlight these two, then insert, then XY scatter. So this is how it looks like. So let's first right click, then select data. And for the Y values, this one. So click OK. So this is how the zero air void looks like. Now let's see if it intersects our curve. So select data, then add, and for the X values, let's use these moisture content that's given earlier right here. And for the Y values, we're going to use the dry unit weight. So click OK and OK. So as you can see, the zero air curve does not intersect the dry unit weight versus moisture content curve. So just click that, then right click, add data labels. Also here, right click, then add data labels. So you can change the maximum bounds here. Let's change that to 20, just like this one. And for the Y values, also 20. So yeah, you can do a separate graph, or you can just copy the graph that you made earlier. Then you can just select data there and add data for the zero air curve, or you can make another one. So that's your option. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching.